Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a video that has been requested pretty often on this channel, and that is a basic smoky eye look. If you guys haven't seen any of my makeup basics videos, I will have that playlist linked for you guys in the description bar below, so check it out. I have everything from my foundation routine to a brow routine, winged eyeliner, all your makeup basics. So today's going to be another addition to that, and that is for this basic and simple-ish smoky eye. I tried to keep this look as simple as possible, using as few colors as possible and really basic techniques. So I hope that you guys find this video helpful. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to see more videos like this. Let's just jump into this tutorial. And if you'd like to see a basic step-by-step smoky eye, then just keep watching. Okay, let's get started. So for today's look, since we're trying to keep this look as basic and easy as possible, you really only need a few shades, and I found that it's really easy to go with shades that all come in the same palette. Today I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, but you can really use any palette that you want that has those neutral tones. You really only need 3 to 4 shades for this. You just need a shade that's going to be your highlighting shade that goes in your inner corners and your brow bone, and then you need a crease shade that goes all over your crease, obviously, and then you need a lid shade. Now for this particular look, I'm going to be using 4 shades, and that's just going to create a more gradient effect and make it look more seamless. But again, you can use any neutral palette, and you can use 3 shades if you're just getting started and warmed up to the idea of a smoky eye. So for my highlighting shade, I'm going to be taking the shade Blow, and this shade in particular has a very subtle shimmer to it, so it's perfect for highlighting. To apply that, I'm going to be using a tapered eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. This is only $1 from the drugstore. And just to show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about, see how it's curved? That is gonna actually fit perfect into the curve of the eyebrows. I'm just taking a little bit of product, and I am lightly applying that right under the brow bone, and this is going to be our highlighting shade. I absolutely love this brush for applying under my eyebrows. It just goes perfect with the arch, doesn't ruin any of the work that I did on my brows. Now for the inner corner, we're gonna come back to that, but now we're gonna go to the crease color. So before I actually go into the crease color, I'm gonna go to my transitions shade. And a transition shade is really 1 or 2 shades darker than your skin tone. I'm gonna create that perfect seamless gradient that goes from light to dark for this smoky eye. For this particular look, I'm gonna go with the shade Tempted. This is beautiful light mauve shade here in the middle, and to apply that, I'm just going to use this really fluffy blending brush from e.l.f. When applying transition shades, the fluffier the brush, the better. So I'm just going to start from the outer corner, and with windshield wiper motions, I'm going to sweep that to the inner corner of my crease like so. And then to blend it out, I'm just gonna use very small circular motions. So just remember that, windshield wiper motions and then circle motions. That's really the technique to really buffing out the crease. So once you are done with that transition shade, you're gonna want to follow that up with your actual crease shade. For today, I'm going to be using the shade Instinct, and that is this more dusty rose color right here, and I'm going to apply that with a regular eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. And for this, I'm going to be using that same technique that I used to apply our transition shade, except this time I'm not going to buff it quite as high towards the brow bone. So I'm gonna blend it in tinier circular motions, and this will make sure that it doesn't completely overlap all that crease eyeshadow that we applied first. This should just be in the crease itself, don't blend it too high. Now, just a quick little tip, as you're going along, if you want to really blend in your eyeshadow even more seamlessly, I would suggest going back to a blending eyeshadow brush and then take any matte bone shade, kind of like this shade down here. It is called Pregame, and just take a tiny bit of product there and then go back to the very top of your transition shade, on the inner and outer corner especially, and then just kind of blend those two together. And this is going to create even more of a gradient. So when you're working with eyeshadows, especially using multiple colors, you really want everything to blend together effortlessly. You don't want any harsh lines unless that is the look that you are going for. I tend to shy away from that. So I like to use this little tip or technique, whatever you want to call it, to really clean up those edges. Okay, this is the part where it's gonna get dramatic. So I'm going to go to the darkest shade, and this is going to go all over the lid, and this is going to be the focus of the smoky eye. For today's look, I'm going to be using a darker blue, and this will have a more navy cast. But of course, you don't have to use blue. You can use a dark purple, you can use a dark green, you can use black, that's always a classic, but any color that you want. Just for today, I am using a dark blue, and this is the shade Magnet. Here is what it looks like. Again, the reason why I love using colors from the same palette is because they're designed to look good together and work together. To apply that Magnet shade, I'm just using a regular C eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. So taking that product, I'm going to start in the center of the lid. And you don't want to really swipe your eyeshadow back and forth because that's really gonna just smear everything. You want to do more of stamping motions with tiny swipes. So I always like to swipe towards the center of the lid, especially when I'm using a color that's covering the entire lid. And then when I get to the top, I like to press down on the top of the eyeball. I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you do it really gently, it isn't harmful to your eyes at all, I promise, and it's not uncomfortable. So I'm finding the top of my eyeball right here, and I'm just kind of sliding it back and forth. And this is kind of like a dome, and this is going to be the very bottom of your crease. And then I'm just going to blend it, like I said, towards the center of the lid. Now this color isn't crazy pigmented, so I do have to build this up a little bit. I'm actually gonna switch brushes. I have another C eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. This is from their, I don't know what line it is, but there's their white brushes that are $1, and then their black brushes that are around $3. And this is the $3 brush. It is a lot more dense, and the bristles are a little bit more short, so it packs on more products. So if I want my eyeshadows to have better payoff, I go with this bad boy. And now that that is done, I'm actually going to go back to the eyeshadow brush I used to apply our crease color. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that purple shade Instinct, just kind of one little swipe. And then I'm going to go back over the crease. And I'm just going to blend the lid color to the crease color. And that is all that I'm going to do. So that will do it for the eyeshadow on the top. I'm going to show you guys another option if you want to make this look even more dramatic by adding eyeshadow to the bottom. But for now, I'm going to go to eyeliner. So when I'm doing a smoky eye, I like to do eyeliner that is an eyeliner pencil. So today, I'm going to be using the smoky eye pen from Radial, and this is just shade Black. So I'm just gonna start right above the lash line, and I'm just gonna be using small short strokes.
What are you doing?
I'm doing the tutorial.
Why do you have all the lights on?
I'm almost done though. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm going to top that off with some mascara. Today I am using the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Mascara. This is brand spanking new. Okay, so now comes the optional part. You want to make this look even more dramatic by adding eyeshadow to your lower lash line. Obviously, I already did my under eye area and I baked off camera. So I'm gonna take that same blue shadow that's called Magnet, and I'm going to apply that with a small eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. And the reason that I like to bake my under eye area when I wear makeup looks that include eyeshadow on my lower lash line is that way if there's any fallout, I can quickly brush that away when I brush away the bake. And now for the outer corner, I'm going into the shade Instinct. And again, that is the purple shade right here. I'm using the same exact brush. And this way it blends a little bit better with our eyeshadows that we applied on the top lid. Now I'm going to do the inner corners, and I'm going to be going back to the shade Blow. Again, it's this shimmer shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that using a small smudger brush. This is the brush that actually came with the palette. I'm also going to blend that a little higher on the inner corners. Okay, now I'm going to simply brush the bake away along with all that fallout that we got from the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to go back to the Smoky Eye Pen from Radial, and I'm going to use that to line my lower lash line as well as the waterline. That is it, and again I'm going to coat my bottom lashes with some mascara. Also for today's look, I'm going to top it off with some falsies, and this is the pair Double Wispies from Ardell. Here is what they look like. Of course, this step is totally optional. If you already have beautiful lashes without falsies, then you can totally skip this step. But if you're like me and you have 0 eyelashes, even with like 3 coats of mascara, then you can feel free to top this look off with falsies. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these off camera, but I will link a step-by-step tutorial of how I apply falsies for you guys down below if you wanna see that. And that is basically it, guys. I did wanna show you guys the lip color that I paired with this look. Today I'm going to be using the Ciate London Liquid Velvet, and this is the color Pinup. Here is what it looks like. Whenever I wear a dramatic smoky eye, I like to pair it with a more nude or mauve lip color, just because there's so much attention going on with the eyes. I don't want there to be like a competition between, you know, bold lips and bold eyes. That's just not how I roll. So if you are starting out and you're trying this smoky eye for the first time, I would highly recommend starting off with a nude lip. Maybe not this shade in particular, but something really similar. Okay guys, that is it. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to share it on your social media, and please comment down below letting me know what other videos you would like to see me add to my makeup basics series, and I will see what I can put together. You follow me on my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That is all Mix and Match Mel. I will have those linked for you guys down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!